Hey YouTube, Devon here. Standing in my family room about to get some work done. I'm about to update my surround sound system from a 5.1 to a 7.2 system. I'm currently running a Onkyo 686 receiver connected to my 5.1 system. I'm gonna bend down here so you can see it. There it is. In my credenza that's housed in this corner by its lonesome. Here's my second sub I've already installed. I got this over the Christmas holidays on the Best Buy 50% off. It's a Klipsch 12-inch sub. So I'm gonna add that as my second sub. My other sub is actually sitting in that corner over here. Let's walk over so that you can see what I'm talking about. There's my second sub. So one is on, if you're watching TV, one is gonna be on my left, and then the other one is gonna be on my front right. All right, so let's get busy. Currently, I've got one speaker here, another speaker there, and then I'm gonna turn around so that you can see there's my TV. My center channel is right below it, and then as you can see, there's one speaker in that corner, and then there's another one in that corner over there. So the two additional speakers, since my walls are pretty open, as you can see right here, the only place I have is to mount speakers on that wall, not in the ceiling, but on the wall, right above that picture, and then the same thing on the other side above that picture right over there, the center one. And in order for me to do so, I've got to run cables from each location to my receiver. So I'm going to make a video and show you exactly how you can do so. I'm standing on my main floor, but I'm above the basement. And so it makes it easy for me to drill down and then back up to run cables and then route the cables over to my receiver. So let's get started, and I'll show you exactly how I can make that work. Alrighty, so there's the wall. That's where my speaker is gonna go. And in order for me to get the cable from there to my cabinet, I've got to run some wires. So in order for me to do so, I've got to drill down to my basement and then run cables up to where the speaker is gonna go, and then route it all the way over to where my cabinet is. So here's my drill. Installing my drill is about a foot-long drill bit. So you need a really long drill bit, and I would suggest getting a really thin one, just so that you don't make a big hole going down in your basement. And there's my baseboard, so I'm gonna find a spot to drill through down in my basement, and then go down in the basement to see where the drill bit is. All right, so let's see if I can hold this and drill at the same time. All right, let's go. There's my bit. All right, so I'm pretty far down in there. I'm gonna release my bit and then go down in the basement to see exactly where this came out. Stay tuned. All right, so I'm down in my basement and I'm looking for where that drill bit came out. So I go up the ladder here. Let's see. As you can see, there is my drill bit. And it's coming out, let's see, right there. So what I need to do now is drill up just a little bit behind that drill bit so I don't make a hole in my floor, and go up into my family room cavity wall to run that cable. I don't think I'm gonna be able to film while I'm doing this, so I'm gonna drill my hole, come back and show you exactly where the hole comes out. All right, be right back. All right guys, so I'm back on my ladder and I'm showing you where my hole was drilled to go back up into the cavity of my family room. And so as you can see, my drill bit is still there, my locator drill bit, and the hole is right behind of it. So now I've got some glow rods that I'm gonna stick through that hole and then figure out exactly where they come out up top. Hopefully I aligned my measurements correctly, and this would be right where I need it to be. All right, so let's do that. Okay, so I've drilled my hole in the basement, and it's gonna come up through the floorboard right here, up this wall, and then up to where I need my speaker to be. That's where I'm gonna be running the cable. So, this is an exterior wall, so I'm expecting to have horizontal stud going across this way. So what I'm gonna do now is take my stud finder and find out where those studs are, and then mark them out, because I may have to cut little niches in the wall to get my cables from there down to the basement. So hang on while I find out where my studs are. I'll mark them out, and then I'll be right back. So as suspected, there is a stud going horizontal this way, and it is located right here. There's also one that's a little bit lower, and it's also located right here. So what I have to do now is notch this wall out here and here, just so that I can get my cables from down in the ceiling up to the wall. It's quite a bit of a headache to do this just to get a speaker, but I really do want that 7.2 system installed. So I'm gonna go ahead and notch the wall out, run these cables, and get this done. Anyway, hang on, let me cut this wall out so I can run my cables. So there is my horizontal stud going across the beam, and there is the other one up there. So now I gotta just drill a hole through here. It comes out through here. Run my cable down, do the same thing up there, and that should be all she wrote. So I'm gonna go ahead and drill these holes, pull this cable, and then I'll let you guys see what the end result looks like. Speaker location, hole I had to cut, another hole I had to cut. Then I'm gonna go through the hole that I drilled through the stud, pull it out this way, go down into the basement, and then take it on over to my audio video cabinet over there. So, wasn't that hard, just had to figure out where the studs were and drill your hole, cut a small niche hole so that you can get to each stud, and then drill through the stud to get to the next point, which was right here. And then of course you had to drill up from the basement and then pull your cable through that hole that you drilled coming up through the basement. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and mount my speaker and go from there and see how it all works out. Alright guys, so I'm back in the basement to show you where the cable came through. There's the hole right there. Cable came through here, and then of course I routed all the way back across the basement, all the way across, and then mind my spaghetti wires that I need to clean up, and it went the same type of scenario back up to where my credenza is. And that's really it. So cable came across the ceiling from that way, all the way across through the studs, and then up into where my credenza is. So as you can see, one speaker is installed. It was a little bit painful, but I got it in. And the only thing I need to do now is patch that hole and that hole. And then I'll be done with this speaker. So now I'm in the process of doing the same thing on the other wall. It's gonna go right above that center channel, that center poster, right in that corner right there. So that's what I'm about to do, and this one should be fairly easy because it is an interior wall, and all I have to do is cut the speaker in, drop the cables down, because my cabinet is right here. And hopefully that should be it. Anyway, see you guys soon. All right, so there's my second speaker location. Unfortunately, I ran into another stud. Oh my goodness. But anyway, I mean, I'll do the exact same thing I did over there. There's only one, so I just have to drill through that particular stud, fish the cable up to the speaker, and then fish it down to my credenza, which is, again, right here. Excuse me. So, so far everything has gone pretty smooth except for that. And once I drill my hole through it, I should get my speaker wire through it fairly quickly, install that speaker, and then I should be done. So I guess there's no other way to do it but to get to it. So let me work through this, and then I'll show you guys the finished product. All right, guys. So I'm finally done with installing the speakers. As you can see, there's one right there above the picture. Let me turn around so you can see the other one. There's the other one right there. As you can see, I got my 2 patches, and I'll sand those down here momentarily. But yeah, I mean, it took a while. It took a little bit longer than I thought, but I finally got my 7.2 system. So currently, I got one speaker here, one speaker there. As you can see, one there. The other one is up there, and then my 2 front and my center channel, sub front right and sub rear left. Finally, got it all done. As you can see, my room is very open, not much wall space, so I had to put those 2 speakers on stand, that one and the other one. And everything else, you know, I was able to mount on the side wall. And then, of course, my TV and my front. As you can see, there's one speaker here. My center channel is right below the TV. And then the other one is over there. And that's pretty much all I have, man. I'm going to remeasure everything with the microphone and then see how it sounds, see if it was worth all this trouble installing the 7.2 in this open space. But you got to work with what you got. So this is what I have, and hopefully this helps you guys, especially running the cables through the basement and over to where my credenza is. It was a task, but I got it done. Now time to measure and enjoy my system. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hey guys, Devon again. Just wrapping up this project of installing these 2 speakers to add to a 5.1, turn it into a 7.2. That speaker right behind me here was one of the speakers I just recently installed. The other one is behind me. There it is, right there. And man, it was worth the headache of getting these speakers installed because the room is filled up now, and adding the second sub really made a huge difference in the way the system sounds right now. So if you have a 5.1 and you're thinking about updating to a 7.2, I would absolutely recommend it, especially if you have an open space like I do. It fills the room, and man, it's a huge difference in the way that it sounds. Anyway, once again, this is Devon. Hope you enjoyed the project. If you do, just hit the like button and subscribe. And thanks for watching. I appreciate it.